was a small, discordant railway called the North-South Railway. It was run by a short fat man named Lord Donnan-Cap. He always wore a stereotypical black blazer, a stereotypical yellow vest, a stereotypical button-down shirt, stereotypical grey trousers, a stereotypical cap, and a stereotypical handkerchief that served no purpose except for sitting in his blazer pocket, looking stereotypical. The North-South Railway had 8 engines, one of which was named Harry. He had green paint, red stripes, 6 driving wheels, a tender, and very low intelligence. The preceding statement goes out to all of our blind viewers. His crew were also unbelievably incompetent. His driver suffered from narcolepsy. How much do you want to bet we won't hear anything about that for the rest of the story? And his fireman was incredibly sluggish. Despite all this, the 3 were constantly praised and rewarded for their useless and infrequent work. One typical morning, Lord Cap came to see Harry at the Northmouth sheds. He got out of his car and walked up to Harry, tripping about 13 times in about 5 seconds. How is that even possible? He then said to Harry, "Harry, there's a ridiculous long line of trucks in our shunting yards." "So?" "I want you to collect them, you buffoon. Please take them to an unspecified place to an unspecified time." "Yes, sir. How many obligatory obstacles do you think I will encounter on my way?" "If I had listed them all, we would be here until some other engine took the train away. Now go and do your useless job. I have some donuts to eat. I mean, some work to do in my stereotypical office." Harry and his crew soon arrived at our shunting yards, which was conveniently close to the sheds. 2 tank engines, John and Darby, and a shunting diesel, Joe Cool, had prepared a freight train for him. "What's in these trucks? They seem stupidly light." "They're full of explosive plant material. Don't question the rider who'll let you do your own actions, only when they feel like it." "Yes," said the narrator, as he stopped Darby off the rails. Before Harry left, they had to pick up their guard, a man named Bob Smith. He was incredibly irresponsible, even more so than the author of this story. Whenever he felt like something bad was going to happen on a journey, don't ask me how it works, maybe it was his spider sense tingling, he jumped out of his brake van and landed in some inconveniently close pillow bushes. Harry always had Bob on his journeys, although every other engine had always had a more responsible guard to take with them. Harry and his crew had a lovely run. The country of pillow and paper background was beautiful, and the narration so non-slurpy. Soon, the narrator was bored with the descriptions and decided to cut to the chase. Harry was coming up to a signal box. The signalman tried to switch the points to the main line, which they should have been on anyway, but the switches inconveniently acted up for no known reason and sent Harry onto another line. Inexpressibility. Bob Smith, you know, the guy you forgot about because you don't care, knew something was wrong, and he jumped off the train, falling off a 30-foot tall ledge and luckily landing in the main building of the North-South Pillow Factory. Harry journeyed on for a quarter mile, but he soon realised that the rails ran off a cliff. Somehow. Oh gosh, I wonder what idiot made that mistake. He landed 300 feet below. Luckily, no one was hurt, except for, you know, Harry and his trucks, but no one cares about them. Somehow the explosive plot material did explode upon the sudden impact. The driver and fireman jumped clear before the fall, but they still fell off the cliff. But they had parachutes with them, so I guess they were okay. When they landed, they ran for a telephone somewhere, and they were saved. The actual rescue wasn't exciting enough to show. Harry and his train soon arrived at the unspecified place at the unspecified time, and delivered the plot material. Then they went home to the north-south sheds. Lord Cap was waiting for him. Oh gosh, I wonder how long he's been there. Well, Harry, you are a really useful engine, even though you did absolutely nothing today. I found Bob Smith, and I gave him no punishment. Instead, I gave him a jelly donut. I have nothing else to say. He left. Harry then pondered of what the message and the point of this story was. I don't know. Do you? Nope.
He's a really useful engine, you know. All the other engines, they'll tell you so. He huffs and puffs and whistles, rushing to and fro. He's the really useful engine we adore. He's a really useful engine, you know. 'Cause the Fat Controller, he told him so. Now he's got a punchline to call his very own. He's the really useful engine we adore. He's the one, he's the number one. Thomas the Tank Engine. He's the really useful